Hey, what's up, everyone? This is KJ with Passport Club. Um, I'm doing this video because I just got off the phone with a client, and they were under the impression that I'm able to book flights and travel for a really low price because I'm a travel agent. And it's not the case. I've actually rarely booked flight through our consolidator at all. And the way that I've done it, or the way that I've been able to book flights for cheap, um, and practically close to free, is because you have to learn how to make the system work for you with travel. We are coming into a time period to where these flight prices may not go back down. Um, it's the possibility of a recession. People may travel less just because affordability. And as you've seen, like, these flight prices are like, these airlines have lost their mind. These prices have gone up, and it doesn't seem like they're coming back down. Like, the deals are no longer deals. Like, it just doesn't make any to me. It doesn't make any sense. And I understand, like, the goal is to be profitable. The goal is to stay in the black. But if you want people to travel, you want to make it affordable. So if they're not willing to make it affordable, then you have to be able to figure out a way that you can get flights at a cheaper price. Okay. So with that being said, a couple things you have to kind of decide is if you want to be brand loyal, or if you just want the cheapest possible flight, or cheapest possible flight prices. Cheap is not always good. So brand loyal comes with certain perks to it, and one of those perks is being able to accumulate enough points with one brand to where it allows you to fly other places. But some of us are not going to fly 10 to 15 times a year and rack up so many points. So if you're not doing that, how else do you get points? Okay. Some of us are in a position right now to where we have to use our credit cards to stay afloat. Some of us do not have to use our credit cards to stay afloat, but we do use them because we like things like cashback. We like, other little perks, as far as points go. You have to have the right credit card if you're planning on traveling. Now, if you're not a traveler, video is not for you. If you are a traveler, or if you want to be a traveler, or if you are looking for the grass to be greener on the other side and you just got to get there so you can experience it for yourself, this video is going to be for you. If you just got your passport and you traveled one time and now you have that bug, this video is going to be for you. So, and it's good for you to start doing this now. And what I want you to focus on is not so much cheap flights, but think about building towards future flights. So it's okay to fly Southwest. I get it. Cheaper flights, especially here in the United States. The thing is, Southwest can get you to Mexico. I think they can get you to parts of Central America. Actually, they can't get you to parts of Central America because they fly into Costa Rica. Not sure about the northern part of South America. It's cheap flights. Of course, you want to get the best deal. But if I had to choose between the $300 flight with Southwest and the $300 flight with Delta, I'm going to choose Delta all day. The reason why is because Delta has partnerships with other airlines to other countries, which means if I fly with other airlines, I can get points that goes towards my Delta account. It's the same thing with United. It's the same thing with American. So one thing that I want you guys to consider is this. These are your three major alliances here in the United States. You have Star Alliance, which is United here, One World, which is American here, and then you have Delta, which is SkyTeam. If we're talking about, I know there's a lot of people that like to go to Mexico, that like to go to Colombia and all these other places, right? So let's use Colombia, for example. A lot of people will fly over to Florida and then fly out from Florida because those flights to Colombia are cheap. You have competition in Florida. You have Avianca that flies in there. You have Copa. You have Spirit. I think you have American. Yeah, you have American that flies in there. So you have competition in Florida that flies into Colombia. But which one of those airlines don't have or doesn't have a partnership with other airlines where you can accrue points. Spirit. And I get Spirit is cheap. Okay? I understand it. But here's the thing. United is in Star Alliance. And with United being in Star Alliance, here, let's click on it and see. All right, so look at this. Here's all your Star Alliance members right here. Avianca is right here. Here's United, and there's Copa. Okay, so what I would do is, if I'm planning on flying with, say, Copa, I'm going to book Copa. I'm going to take my United number, my United, I think it's Mileage Plus. So I'm going to put my Mileage Plus in as my rewards number. So when I take that cheap flight with Copa, I'm going to get points on United. Now, who else do we have on here? So just, I don't know, random. Let's say we want to go to Egypt or maybe New Zealand in 2 years. While I'm taking these smaller trips to South America, or I'm taking them to wherever I'm going to be accruing points on my Mileage Plus number. So when I get ready to book a flight to Egypt or New Zealand, which is going to cost me some crazy amount of money, I may have enough points to actually cover that flight. So versus paying $1,600 for that flight, I might just be paying $100, $150 in taxes for that flight. So think ahead. Earn your points. Now, again, I understand that everybody is not going to be able to take 10 flights a year to be able to accrue a crazy amount of points, right? So I want you guys to think about this. There's two ways to do it. Either you can be brand loyal and get a brand credit card, or you can be open. Brand loyal will probably get you more points, but it's going to restrict who you can catch flights with, because you can't take those points and use them towards airlines in another alliance. Okay, so let's talk about brand loyal first. I personally have a Delta American Express card, right? So with that Delta American Express card, when I first got it, there was a sign-on bonus. With that sign-on bonus, I think it might have been like 80,000 miles, just like that. All I had to do was hit their spend requirement. So let's say the spend requirement was $4,000 in 6 months. Once you hit the $4,000 mark, about maybe a week or so later, they deposit 80,000 points into your SkyMile account. Now, 80,000 points. Think about points being almost a penny per mile. So 80,000 points would be about $800, right? Okay. But it's $800 that you're not paying for, and it's $4,000 that you were going to spend anyway, whether it's on groceries, whether it's on bills, whatever it's on. I'm not telling anybody to go out here and just start spending on their credit card to rack up points. Only spend what you can pay off. For me personally, anytime that I know that I have a big expense coming, I will go and get a credit card that will give me points. For example, I had a leak in my driveway, okay? That leak cost $4,000 to get fixed. Okay, I could put the $4,000, I had the $4,000, I could pay it off, blah, 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 and get nothing for it outside of like my leak being fixed. Cool, whatever. Instead, I went and got another credit card that had flight points, and the attainment on it was like $3,000. The points that they gave me was like $60,000. I applied for it, I got approved, I scheduled an appointment for the guys to come out here and fix the leak. I charged it to the card, and then I went and paid the card right off. So there's no debt there. The card is paid off, and I got 60,000 points just like that for free. So that's where I would rack up my points. Now, there are some things that you're going to need to know about doing that as well. So let's go back to Delta. So let's say you're brand loyal, right? All right, so we're brand loyal to Delta. I went ahead and I put this in. This right here is to Athens, Greece, from Atlanta, Georgia, okay? 70,000 miles, okay? $83 in taxes. So if you go right now and you sign up for Delta, Okay, you know you have an expense coming up. We're in a holiday season right now because right now we're in October, so we're getting ready to get into, like, the spirit of giving and buying gifts and presents and all that stuff, and hopefully nobody has any like holiday expenses. But this is the time where we're getting ready to spend money anyway. If I'm brand loyal and I have the Delta Amex card, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna sign up, whatever the promotion is, 80,000 miles, boom, get 80,000 miles. Once that 80,000 miles deposit, I can come in here and book this flight for 70,000 miles. And all I did was spend what I would normally spend anyway. Plain and simple. That's it. Spend what you would normally spend, and you get this, and then you pay $83 in taxes, and you have a trip from March 8th to March 15th to Athens, Greece for $83 in taxes. Now, let's say you're not brand loyal. You want to be able to fly whoever you want to fly with, whether it's Delta, United, Avianca, Air France, British Airways, right? Okay, don't do brand loyal. Don't do brand loyal. You need to start off with doing either Amex Gold or do like the lower Chase card, which I think is preferred, might be reserved. It's one of the two. Start off with something like those, because here's the benefit with those cards. You can take the points from those cards and either book your flight in their system, or you can shop around and you can go to, like, say, Singapore Airlines and transfer the points to Singapore, because they may have a better deal as far as points go. Instead of like a flight there being 100,000 on Chase website, 100,000 points on Chase website, it could be more like 80,000 on Singapore's website. So I would transfer my points from the Chase website over to Singapore account, and then I would book that flight then. It's a free flight outside of taxes being paid. This is how you travel and not have to worry about paying a crazy amount for flights. You build your points up. You can do more than one credit card. I know there's supposed to be, I think it's a 524 rule, and I think this is based on Chase, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments. With the 524 rule, you're allowed to have 5 credit cards in a 24-month period of time with any credit card company. If you apply with Chase after, like for a 6 card within that 24 months, they will automatically deny you a credit card. So you need to figure out a way to put yourself on a timeline to where you're going past that 24 months and you have one card that you can get. You have Chase, you have American Express. I think Capital One has a point system. I don't know how good it is. I don't have that card. But you have other airlines. A lot of people want to do like the Marriott Bonvoy cards, Hilton cards. I personally do not do hotel cards because I'm not brand loyal to any one hotel, because sometimes I'm in an Airbnb, sometimes I'm in a hotel. When majority of these credit cards, you will have to pay an annual fee, but I want you to think about the annual fee and what all it could give you as far as perks go, travel perks. Like I know with American Express Amex, you get access to lounges. There's other benefits, like you get free streaming services, you get Uber credits, stuff like that. The gold, of course, is cheaper. Delta, if you get the Delta Platinum card, they actually give you a companion pass after a year. So, but now, for everybody to go out there and try to get a companion pass for international, it's not good for international. It's only good for the continental 48 states. So Alaska, Hawaii, those are out. But it is a companion pass. So if you do travel with family or something, that's one person that gets to travel for free with you on that card. So you can take advantage of being brand loyal, but then you can also take advantage of like being able to fly anywhere and rack up those points. So if you know you have expenses, if you know that you can charge up to $3,000 or $4,000 on that card just from your normal monthly spend and pay it off, this is the way that you travel for free. You take advantage of those bonus offers. And when you finish one bonus offer, go on to another card. But like I said, that 524 rule, you have to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful of the 524 rule so you don't cap yourself out. But if you take advantage of that, you could pick up 100,000 points on one card, 80,000 points on another card, I don't know, 50,000 on another card, and then before you know it, you're sitting on a couple 100,000 points that can be used for flights. Now, if you're doing Chase, American Express, Platinum, Gold, or whatever, those points can also be used on hotels. I personally, I don't feel like you get your money worth with using them on hotels. Use them on flights. Also, if you use them on flights and you're booking them through the portal, like through Amex portal or Chase portal, you accumulate status towards the airline that you're using them with. So that's just another way if you want to like focus on getting upgrades. Different perks like, you know, bags, you know, your bag, first check bag, second check bag for free. Like you get different perks like that by doing that. So this is how I'm able to travel and book flights. Like I can't even tell you. I think the last flight that I booked, I probably paid for that one, but it was because it was like a 2-day deal that happened. I got like Cape Town for like $600 total, like the flight from Atlanta. So I couldn't pass that up. So there's no way the points, it was going to use more points than it was because that was like, it wasn't an airfare, but it was like pretty close to being an airfare. And I was able to take advantage of that. But like I've booked flight, like my flight to Rio de Janeiro was 50,000 miles. So I flew to Rio de Janeiro for free. I've flown to a good amount of places just paying taxes. And then because I'm brand loyal with Delta, I get bumped up. So either I'm going Comfort Plus or I'm going first class. I mean, you really can't beat that system. So I think I covered as much as I wanted to cover in it. But if you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to ping me on Instagram, or you can ping me on the Facebook group. I'll answer your questions. I can kind of walk you through what credit cards I have. If you're interested in signing up for the credit cards, I'll make sure that I put the links in the description below. And like I said, yeah, just shoot me a question or shoot me an email or a message on one of the social media platforms, and I'll definitely get back to you as far as answering, because you can take advantage and do the same thing and it won't cost you much of anything. So I wish you guys luck with this process, and I hope you guys can milk it for what it's worth with these prices going up. Outside of that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.